What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about the elimination of weapon GPO. I want to show you a few. There's Q&A. So the Social Security Administration, they posted last week. They posted a new announcement when it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act, and in that announcement, they talked about time frames and all of that. But they also asked some more questions. Now, I posted a video a couple of days ago. I'll put a link to that video if you want to learn about the time frame. But when it comes to some of the other questions that were asked, I didn't go over all of them because it's a long list of Q&A kind of things that they put out there. But they were updating the public to, okay, these are our challenges. This is what we're trying to implement. And this is who qualifies, who doesn't qualify, that kind of stuff. Actually, they didn't get into the details of who qualifies and who doesn't, but they answered some of the frequently asked questions around the Social Security Fairness Act. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and if you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let me go over to, first off, I want to go over to the Social Security website. And if you want to sign up for a My Social Security account, you can do that here. It's ssa.gov. But the main reason that I want to come over here is I just want to show you the way you can find out more information about the Social Security Fairness Act, so the progress. And they just posted, last week they posted new information. And so I'm going to show you. So at the top here, if you see where my cursor is, you see it says information about the Social Security Fairness Act, WEP-GPO. You can click on that, and it will take you to this page here. You can also go down to the bottom. So if you're up here, this is the main page. If you go down to the very bottom here, you're going to see it says Social Security Fairness Act, learn more. You can click on that and it'll take you over there. So I'm just showing you two different ways that you can find out more information. And then if you want to join their newsletter or their updated information, so as soon as they put an announcement out regarding the Social Security Fairness Act, they're going to send you an email. You can do that right here. It says Social Security Fairness Act, Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GPO, update. Now, if you click subscribe here, it's going to take you to this screen. You put your email in, and they just ask you a few questions. They want to make sure that you understand that you're going to be getting emails from them. And so that's another way to get the most updated information when it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act and the progress. We already know that the Social Security Administration has indicated that this could take a year or more for them to implement this for everyone, okay? So that doesn't mean for everyone it's going to take a year or more, but for them to send out all the checks, they're saying it could take a year or more. Okay, now I want to take a look at a few different parts of this information. And the reason that I want to take a look at just a few is because there was so much in this last post. And this post was January 24th. And so I can't do it just in one video. It'd be an hour-long video, and I'm sure you guys aren't going to want to watch me for a full hour. So let me just show you a few of the different things that they talked about. The main thing that they talked about, and I posted this in a video a couple of days ago, is that it will take a year or more. Okay, that's the main thing that I got from the kind of Q&A stuff here. And basically what they're doing is they're asking the question and then they're answering it. That's what they're, and I would imagine that they're getting so many phone calls now that they're looking at the most frequently asked questions and then they're answering that in with these updates. Okay, so it says, by how much may a person's monthly benefit increase? This is important, right? A lot of people have that question, how much? And they're saying, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if we go down to the bottom here, it says some people's benefits will increase very little, while others may be eligible for over $1,000 or more. And what they're saying when it comes to the amounts, people who fall under WEP, so WEP, they're probably going to receive a smaller amount. People who qualify under GPO, especially if you're a survivor, you're going to receive a larger amount. And the range that I've heard is between $300 per month to $1,190 per month. That $1,190 per month, that is for GPO survivors. Okay, so you have survivors and you have spousal. And so that's what they're saying right now. Now, their estimate is 1,000. It could be 1,000 or more is what they're saying here. And that would probably be people who qualify under GPO. But this is a monthly increase. So you can just imagine some people's situation. They're going to see more than double what they would normally get. And so that's good. That's really good for a lot of people. And so I just wanted to make that clear when it comes to the increase. Yes, the increase for some people is going to be large. Okay. And this question here says, for someone already receiving benefits affected by WEP or GPO, how far back might they receive increased benefits under the Social Security Fairness Act? Okay, so it says here December is the last month that WEP and GPO will apply. And they do this, and this is the way we saw it when it was written in the actual bill. Very confusing, right? Why not just say from January 2024 until now, that is the retroactive. But instead of that, they say December 2023 is the last day or the last month that they will use WEP or GPO. So in essence, yes, from January 2024 until now, that's going to be the retroactive. And so what that means is you're going to have people that are going to receive a large check. And that check could be, like I was saying before, when you're looking at the monthly payments, let's say on the low end, monthly payments, $300. Let's say if your increase would be $300 if you fall under WEP. Well, when you start putting that together, that's what, $3,600, a $3,600 check that you'll receive for retroactive if it's only for 1 year. Now, because it's going to be more than 1 year, it looks like, before they roll this out, they're going to do that retroactive, and it's going to be even longer than 1 year. So we don't know how long that's going to be. So people on the low end, 300, then you're looking at, if you're around that 300, you're looking at about 3,600. People on the high end, it can get into 10,000 or more. Okay, because if we're looking at a person that's receiving $1,000, $1,000 increase per month, and they do the retroactive, well, now they're looking at $12,000. For the year, it would be $12,000, and it could be even more depending on how long it takes them to roll this out. And so, just something to note there when it comes down to it, we're talking about a large check going out to millions of people who are currently receiving Social Security benefits. Okay, next question here. Will every teacher, firefighter, and police officer or public worker receive a benefit increase because of the new law? Now, no. Not every police officer, teacher, firefighter, people who work for civil servants, not all of them will qualify. And the reason for this, the whole reason for WEP and GPO is to offset pensions. That's the whole reason for WEP and GPO. So if you are earning a pension, and if you paid into a pension and you did not pay into Social Security, you might qualify. But some people paid into a pension, but they also paid into Social Security. And so they're receiving a pension and they're receiving their Social Security. They don't qualify for this because if you only paid, in my situation, I work for a county in California, we paid only into a pension. We did not pay into Social Security. We paid into Medicare, but we didn't pay into Social Security. And so I would qualify. I do qualify under this new elimination of WEP and GPO. And so not every teacher, not every firefighter, not everyone who works for local government, state government qualified. And it depends. In some states, they do things a little different. California, yes, there are a lot of people in California that are going to qualify. So some states will have certain rules when it comes to paying into a pension and paying into Social Security or only paying into a pension. And so hopefully that makes sense. When it comes down to it, not everyone qualifies. And I've had some people that have told me, well, I'm a police officer and I don't qualify. Well, that's because of the way your system was set up. You paid into a pension, but you could have paid into Social Security as well. And I do have other people that say, well, yeah, I have a pension, but I don't qualify. Yes, so it just depends, okay? And most people know if they qualify, especially if you're collecting Social Security now, because you've been told that, look, your benefits are going to be reduced because you earn a pension. So you know already that you qualify. Now, some people who are on the verge of retiring, or they just filled out their information, they didn't know. And so now maybe they know, or you could have some people that years and years ago, they started collecting Social Security benefits and they forgot what was discussed during their interview and, if their benefits are reduced. And so the first thing that I say is, if you are receiving a pension, you could qualify. So contact the people who are sending you that check, and they can give you more information. Hopefully they can give you more information about how how you paid in. Now, if it's years and years ago, they might not have that information, and you can contact the Social Security Administration. I'm really trying to, I think you should contact the Social Security Administration if you have a question, a serious question. But when it comes down to the amount of phone calls that they're getting now, and I think they were saying like they're getting 7,000 phone calls a day. And so the amount of phone calls they're getting is just crazy. And so I'm trying not to say just call the Social Security Administration, because you might be on hold for a very, very long time, and you're slowing down the whole process when it comes to them implementing and getting these checks out to millions of people. And so go to the website. You can go to the Social Security Administration, go to the website, join the My Social Security, sign up for a My Social Security account, and you can find out information on there. It'll show you what you've been paying over the years when it comes to paying into Social Security as well as Medicare and that. So you can find out information there, and that might help you, because you'll see, and when I look at my list, I see 20 years of not paying into Social Security. So before that, I had jobs where I paid into Social Security, and then after that, I have jobs where I paid into Social Security. But the time that I worked in law enforcement, it doesn't show anything for Social Security. It shows something for Medicare because I paid into Medicare, but it doesn't show anything for Social Security. And so you can find out that information there, and you can see that, okay, well, yeah, I wasn't paying into Social Security. And then maybe you can follow up to confirm with the Social Security Administration you can even send them an email asking them a question and see if they respond that way. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, right now we're looking at, it could be a year or more before the checks, all the checks are sent out. And I encourage you, and I'm going to continue to say this, contact your congresspeople. They're the ones, most of them, passed this bill. This was a bipartisan bill, so both Democrats and Republicans supported this bill. And so contact them. Let them know that you are concerned that the Social Security Administration is saying that this could be over a year before they implement this, and see if they can put something, because basically it comes down to money. They need the funding. They need to be able to hire staff. Even if it's temporary staff, they need to hire more staff so they can handle getting this, processing all of this information, recalculations and all of that, so they can get these checks out to the right people. So make sure you contact them. Contact them by phone. You can send them an email. You can send them a letter. But I think it's important that we're proactive and we get out there and let Congress know, look, hey, we need this, and we're watching you, and we want to make sure that this happens. And the biggest tragedy of this whole situation is they passed this bill, which is great, eliminating weapon GPO, but they have no instructions, they have no funding. And so you have to have that funding go along with it. And so we'll just have to see what they do in the future. But I hope that people are not going to have to wait for a year or more just to see this increase. So I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.